Welcome back, guys. Welcome to the Tradernometry Sunday prep sessions where I aim to prepare myself and you guys for the week ahead. So I made a video the other day basically saying how I lost my trade day funded account, and I've been in the process of completing another one. I actually thought I passed this account. I thought I was at day 5 on Friday, but yeah, I remembered I lost the account and I didn't start again. I started on the following day. So yeah, it's only been 4 days. So I won't actually have any funded accounts next week. My first funded account will be on Tuesday, but this one's over the profit target. Made 3,000, had to make a little extra, but it's all good. And yeah, one more day. I just need to flip on Monday, which I'm actually going to do. I'm actually going to put one micro trade on and see what happens. And then I have another one that I'm working towards, which I got up on Friday, $900. Again, we over the 900, so they've increased the profit target by 30%, which is fine. But yeah, so we got those two accounts. I will aim to get another one at some point. I said I was going to do the max, try and get max funded, which is still the aim. But anyway, let's begin. So of course we begin with economic news and anything that we need to be aware of for the coming week, and if there are any earnings coming out, etc. So we're going to be doing that today. So nothing on Monday, no red folder events that we need to be aware of. And then on Tuesday, we have core retail sales and retail sales month over month, red folder events. So, of course, not going to be trading during this time. We let the market do what it wants to do, report the news, and then we proceed from there. And then we have non-farm employment change and unemployment rate. Again, these are going to be red folder events where, people are going to be paying particularly close attention to it. On Thursday, we have unemployment claims, so this should move the market, somewhat. To what extent? I don't know. And then Friday, we have core CPI month over month. So this is actually is this the first one of the year? I believe, no, it's not the first one of the year. So I'm unlikely going to be trading on Thursday because price action before CPI, PPI, things of that nature are often very choppy and stuff. So yeah, I'm likely not going to trade it. So we'll see. So those are things that we have to look out for, in the coming week. And let's have a look at the market previous week and see how we can best prepare ourselves for the coming week. I will show you what I did on last week Monday that caused me to lose this account. Where we was here. What did I do? I think so. Was it on the? I actually cannot remember. I don't think it was Monday. No, Monday I got paid $600 actually. Tuesday. It was Tuesday. So what happened on Tuesday? One, I was trading mobile and I didn't have my contract set up properly. And I was initially looking for continuation longs, to be honest. I was looking for us to pull back some and continue. So I entered somewhere around here looking for longs. It was at this point, I think I was looking for longs at the 200 EMA. The 10-minute 200 EMA is what I was looking at. Let's go down to the 3-minute chart quickly because I think there's some more information which would be better actually on this one. So I was looking for, I think it was on a 10-minute chart actually. Yeah, one, it's my fault, totally my fault. We're trading too many contracts and we wasn't in the right contracts to begin with, and this movement, this is a 3-minute chart, right? So this movement is 69 points. If you're in too many contracts, you're going to be cooked off rip. And so there was actually no opportunity for me to even think of even going long. So I shouldn't have even gone long. So totally my fault. And even if I got a reversal, chased a reversal, it only went 28 points. So, and this was very fast. I saw how the candles were moving. This was very fast. It pulled back and then it continued dropping. So in hindsight, what should I have done? You know, of course, we follow the system. We are 10-minute chart. We need to have our levels open. So even prior to the open, CVC had already flipped bearish on this candle. And so there are no short trades. Sorry, there were no long trades that I should have even been taken. My concern should have been looking for continuation lower, and that's it. If anything, it's a scale and trail beyond these pivot points, right? So I should have dropped down to the 3-minute. I know there's a pivot there on the 10-minute, and that's what I should have been looking for. So if we broke that pivot, again, still not an ideal setup to be chasing longs, but at least I'm aware of the pivot. So if anything, I should have been looking, market opens here. I don't even need to trade for the first 3 minutes. I could have just left this alone. Market drops, strong candle beyond this pivot, and then my thing should have been a pullback. So price pulls back, provides entry there, price pulls back, entry there, price pulls back, entry there, price pulls back, entry there, bigger pullback, but still beneath the EMAs, entry there. So it provided so many opportunities. It finally tapped the EMAs at 321 GMT. So, you know, if you're in the UK, it's 321. But it still rejected the EMA. So first tap, second tap, and then we flipped into it, but we pushed up, and then we hit the 10-minute 20, and then we kind of failed and broke low of day and continued down. We just stepping down all day, providing so many opportunities to go short. So I know a lot of people lost accounts this day. You know, it's all good. Lesson learned. You know, so how can we best prepare for the coming week? So when Monday comes, of course, we're going to be following candle by candle. We're going to wait, of course, for, you know, the orbs to be set, which is what we should be doing anyway. Just taking our time, to being patient and just waiting. So market opens here. So this is our high. This is on Wednesday. And we got 10, 20, 30. And then this is our orb low. So, of course, CBC is short beneath VWAP and the EMAs. We come down to our 3-minute chart. And then how can we best take advantage of the price action that's being presented here? Now, these wicks are scary, of course. So if you was to wait for candle to close, we don't actually get much of a continuation. You'd have to be very quick on this next candle here, because there's no, it doesn't leave a pullback. It just drops outside of the orb. So I don't like to chase orb breaks. I like to chase the retest. So this is orb low. So I don't like to chase this break. I like to chase the retest. And you got a mini retest, right? So you got this mini retest. So price pulled back here, and then it gave 31 points. So of course, if it breaks the orb, you're taking profits at 10 points, 15 points, 20 points, and 25, maybe 30 points. But you have to scale and take profits as price is moving. And this is on a 3-minute. and then what happens? It basically comes back to the EMAs again, entry point. It comes back to the orb and then breaks. So this whole section right here is very choppy. So I wouldn't actually, be expecting, many people to be trading in this area right here, because this just leaves wicks and it's very choppy, and it's just a lot of fake outs, because you're going to be frustrated thinking it's going to break. You're going to think it's breaking only to go up. It's going to break only to go up. And taps it, goes through it. You think it's going to continue lower. And then you just get mollywopped, and then it just goes higher, stops you out, probably leaves you very frustrated. And then maybe you revenge trade, take more trades than you actually need to, and it's just a long day for you. But we've had this week, it's been a crazy week, really. We've just had stair-step lower. I think we started from Monday. Was it? Or 29th of Jan, maybe? Yeah. 29th of Jan, we had a big sell-off, and then we rallied, got most of it back, only to sell off in the overnight session, pumped up to the 10-minute 200 EMA, only to sell off aggressively in New York and the overnight, only to rally into February. So it was a good trading session in February, good day, and then the following day, nope, dumped. The other day, nope, dumped. Thursday, nope, dumped. And then Friday we had a rally. So interesting, very interesting. But let's look at Friday. Friday was actually a very good trading session. If we're on 10-minute, CBC flipped long 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 times. And shorts 1, but this failed. 2, 3, 4, 5 times, 6 times. This is good, actually. This is real good. So let's think about why this failed. So we had pre-market high here. So coming off of Thursday, this is going to be the last one. So coming off of Thursday, we sold off during New York, and then we rallied in the overnight. So when markets reopened, we just rallied in the overnight. Pre-market high was here. Let's delete that. Let's say we don't know about pre-market high. Here's our orbs. And then London was here. So we was actually never coming back down to London. We never did come back down to London. So this is the London opening range on the 30. So here we go. This is good. This is good. Okay. So CBC flipped long at New York Open, but this can be a case of fake out breakout. So we flipped and we broke this pivot here, and we rallied up. NQ does that. Sometimes it pushes up. And I actually took the short up here, fake out breakout, because we broke this pivot, and price was kind of just dancing here. What price usually likes to do around this level is it continues up, especially these whole numbers. It likes to continue up sometimes. So it was dancing here, and I was just like, okay, we're not gonna break 25,000, even though a lot of people are gonna think we're gonna break 25,000. I got in at, I think, 80 or 82 maybe, or 72, I cannot remember. And price pushed up a little bit, but there was no continuation, and we failed back down into the EMAs, and then we flipped bearish into the EMAs. But why did this one fail? So something I was looking at, and why a lot of people probably went short thinking we're going to get some kind of continuation is, hold on, Cool. Why did we fail? So CBC is still long, prices above VWAP, and EMAs are bullish. So, and of course the 10-minute 200 is there as well. So a lot of people, we shouldn't be chasing shorts in this scenario because of those exact reasons. Prices above VWAP, the EMAs are technically still bullish, and then we get a bounce of the 10-minute 200, which we can see we've been just bounce directly off of it. Why did this one fail? So looking at this one, this is a hammer candle as well. Hammer candle. Why did this one fail? Again, EMAs are bullish, prices above VWAP. So technically, even though we flipped short and there is some opportunity to go short, especially when it comes to, there was a lot of sellers in this area already. So, giving more sellers an opportunity to enter, buyers probably exhausting at this point as well, instead of new sellers being added to the order book. And yeah, opportunity for a sell-off. But again, prices above VWAP, EMAs are bullish, meaning that there are buyers still there waiting. And again, why did this one fail? Why did this one fail here? This candle by candle, why did it fail? So looking at this one, same scenario again, but there's 3 reasons why I would think this one failed. So one is prices above VWAP, EMAs are bullish, and not only is this orb high, we broke out of the orb, and then this is a retest of the orb, and this happens a lot. So instead of, even though we flip short, this is the 10-minute 9, it's above VWAP, we broke it, and then we retested it, only for us to continue higher. That's why. Oh crap, what did I press? I have no idea. But yeah, break and retest off the orb, perfect, 10-minute 9. And then the same thing happens here. Why did we fail this one? This one fell for the exact same reason. 10-minute 9, price is above VWAP, EMAs are bullish, and this one doesn't really fail actually. Tell a lie. You get the pullback on this one actually. So 10-minute. Let's do this. Let's go down to the 3-minute. This is Friday. Let's go down to the 3-minute. Let's see if this actually gives an opportunity for entry. So 50% entry here to go lower. Yeah, this gives you 33 points. So this one doesn't actually fail. I don't think that fails actually. I'm not going to say that one failed. Even though we hit the EMAs and price comes down eventually to the 10-minute 20 EMA, which is fine. This one fails because, again, price is above VWAP, EMAs are bullish, and then we get picked up by the 10-minute 20 EMA, and then price pushes to high of day for this previous day. I think this is Thursday's orb low, is it? Wednesday's orb low. So price pushed to it and then rejected it into the close, and then boom. So we're here now. So coming in to the session for this week, there's no bias in terms of like what I'm expecting. It's just going to be let's remove all these drawings. It's just going to be a case of understanding our levels and where we are in relation to price, and that's exactly how we're going to trade. We are not predicting anything, so my levels for this week that I'm interested in is this level here. Why am I interested in this level here? Because of these multiple touches at the same point. So depending on where we open is where I'm going to change this. So putting that there, and then I'm going to put this level down here, because this is now a demand, because we reacted from that level, which is exactly this level here. I'm just doing this very quickly, by the way. Levels of interest from previous weeks. So you see, push that, failed, push that, only to fail, push that, failed, retested it, came close. Yep, you see what I'm talking about. You see what I'm talking about. And then this is the hourly chart, by the way. And then what else am I going to be looking for? Let's do the high. The high is here, so that's the supply. This one, supply. And of course we can refine this. I like this level. Why? Because look at this. Just look at that. Perfect. See, we draw them out and then it just happens over multiple weeks. The same price action, rejections everywhere. And then of course we can refine this when we drop down to the 15 and to the 10. And then of course this is a micro one right here. So coming into this day, and look at this left a gap, and we filled the gap multiple times. Perfect. Just look at these. So my scenarios for this coming week is of course going to be based on these key levels that I'm going to be looking at, and of course I will refine this in tomorrow's trading session. So once the market opens for Asia, I will refine these levels, but I'll do it during London Open, and then we'll work from there. So for example, this one, I would move this one down to this level. This I will leave there. This I can stay there actually. You can stay there. Because I execute on the 10-minute, I like to have these levels like kind of more precise. So this will be moved up. And then I'll move this to, what's this level? Yeah, I'll refine these tomorrow, and then of course show you, how it's done. If you want me to do a video on exactly how I do, all my charting and all my levels to get everything exact for the trading session, just let me know in the comments and I can definitely do that. But yeah, I'm going to leave it there. Key things I'm looking for, 25,000 level, of course, to see if price comes back down here. But I'm expecting us to probably open around this level here. Maybe come down here. We'll see. 24,800 and of course 24,700 area. And if price is really bearish, probably we come back down to the 24,300s and retest this area. And of course for the upside, we're looking at 25,300 and then all the 100 levels. Ultimately, I'd like to see price coming back up to 25,500, 25,600 levels, but we have to see a strong close above this area and above this area in order for that to happen. So I will leave it there. Thank you for joining me on the Sunday prep session. Get something good to eat. Enjoy the rest of your Sunday, and I will catch you in the week. Peace.